Hi, welcome to GenX Glam here on YouTube. It's great to see everyone, whether if you're new, you're just joining us, you just subscribed, you're just watching and passing through, welcome. If you're tuning back in, it's great to see. It's been a few days. I hope everybody's been well. I am getting ready for work. I'm going to go in. I have all my skincare down. It's been sitting for a while. It's totally set. A couple rounds of color corrector are also down, and 2 layers of my Clarins a lip oil that has like a tint to it. It's in the shade Intense Nude. And as you can see, I'm still nursing the something itises that I had burned last week. They're still healing. They're going to take at least a week to heal, but hopefully underneath those I don't know, for lack of a better word, and I hate the word scab, underneath those scabs, there should be some fresh skin brewing. And if there's not, then I need to go back to the dermatologist and find out what's up. So I'm just going in with some of my Charlotte Tilbury Wonder Glow primer because like I said, all of my skincare and color correction is pretty much done. This doesn't give me a lot of pigment really in terms of coverage, but it does give me like a nice glow, and it is a primer. So theoretically, anything that we put on top of it is going to stick a little bit better. I want to give a shout out to my brother whose birthday is today. Happy birthday. I've already sent a message because that's what we do these days. We send texts or we FaceTime or something like that. But man, I remember back in the day, I remember the day you were born. It's a core memory, and I think I have shared it with you before, but I think of it every year because, okay, it was the best day of your life, right? Because you were born and you came into this world, and we all love you so much. So that's number one. But number two, it was one of the best days of my life. Completely unforgettable. Completely unforgettable. We were shipped off. And it wasn't really shipped off because that sometimes has a negative connotation to it when something's shipped off. We were, my older brother and I were taken to our grandparents' house on the paternal side to hang out and, kill the time until the new baby came. And we knew that we were going to Grandma and Grandpa's house. We would have dinner there. We'd wake up the next morning with news about the new baby, because back then there just like people just didn't like they didn't find out the gender. There were no epic gender reveals. All right, let's go in. Oh no. Before I continue with the birth story of my sweet younger brother, I quickly want to address some bronzer issues. Now, I was having a quick chat with one of our subs, and I don't want to slay your name, but I want to say it's Faizaradi. I'm not sure, but can I call you Faiza? It's so pretty. We were talking about LYS, and you were talking about how, you're sort of annoyed they didn't have a lot to try in the shop in Sephora because it's something that you wanted to swatch. Absolutely, right? You got to get it right. Some blushes especially are hard to just buy offline. So I love my LYS creamy bronzer. Don't get me wrong. I love it. But I bought it before I read reviews after I bought it that talked about how this stick has a tendency. I don't want to say it's a defect in the product because I don't know if every single stick has this defect, but it tends to break off at the bottom. So I'm just going to be very careful. Mine has already, I noticed, broke off. So it separates from its base. And you know what my theory is? I'm going to get this back down. My theory is because this thing is so creamy, it's just hard. There's not like some solid infrastructure to sort of keep it there. But it's fine because a lot of times people recommend putting your creamy bronzer on with, your fingers or on the back of your hand, warming it to the back of your hand, and then taking a brush or a beauty blender to it. I mean, it's nice to draw right on my face, and I can still do that, right? It's just I have to keep it low in the tube. I really do like this product. So I just wanted to point that out. I read that review after I had already bought it, but it would not have stopped me because it's not a game, it's not a deal breaker really. If I have to apply this with my brush, which I kind of prefer to do anyway, sometimes right, from the stick, like brush to stick. So I just wanted to go there, and I was going to mention some of my other bronzing favorites. I mentioned the Soleil, the new Too Faced Soleil bronzing stick, but I said, but man, if you've got issues with scents, it's really, I like it, but it smells like chocolate, like a chocolate factory. I mean, it's not subtle. It is not a subtle chocolate. So yeah, if you have issues with scents, which you said, yeah, maybe, then not for you. But a lot of people, and I'm in that group, love this creamy bronzer. I use it in Laguna Light, and it is fantastic. I'm getting there with it. I've had it for a while. This little stick right here, I think I got it on Amazon. Face contour. It's just called like, I don't even know. It's No Brander from Amazon, but that's all I have left on this. I'm going to go in a little bit on my lids with that. I'm not going to do much more because I have to get out of here, but I just wanted to pop on and say happy birthday to my brother, relive his birth story with everyone. Say it's a mail day for me. There's going to be an unbox in our future later, and there's also going to be a giveaway coming up this week, and I'm just going to give a hint about the giveaway. It is focused on, the theme is summer glow, so keep that in mind. I don't know if I'm going to expose the giveaway when I do some unboxing today. Yeah, I got a big mail week actually coming up. The subscription for the I think it's the April box of Charlotte Tilbury will come this week, if not this week, next week. And then I have some leftover orders that got like shipped to the wrong place, and they're finally finding their way to me. It was a Charlotte Tilbury order. I have an order from Essence coming because I love Essence. I have so much Essence. I have so much Essence. A full face of makeup with Essence is going to be coming our way in the near future. What else do I have coming? I have another order from P. Louise coming that's not makeup that I've wanted for a long time, and I use my loyalty points to get like a few bucks off of, so that's coming. It should just, oh, and I bought the primer sticks from e.l.f. I did. I couldn't help myself. So we're going to test those out. All right, let's start going in. I have taken 2 different cheek heats. I love these. These are by Maybelline. I have another color too. There's my 3 colors. This one's almost gone. This was the first one I bought. But I wanted to use a combination of these 2 today for just pops of color all around my face. So I put those on my hand, and we're going in with the Beauty Blender because I think these are going to get... Oh, hey, that didn't actually transfer too much, did it? That blender sure has absorbed a bunch of that. Just wanted to get like a rosy pinkish kind of color going on. So we're at Grandma and Grandpa's. We're getting back on track. It's just a day in my life I will never, ever, ever forget. It was one of the happiest days. I can remember the night before, settling in at Grandma and Grandpa's, sort of debating with my older brother, who's 2 years older than me, like, hey, we were doing the pros and cons. What if it's a girl? What if it's a boy? And at the end of the day, we were kind of reasonable kids. We're like, we don't really care. We're just excited there's another one of us in the family. So yeah, the next morning we heard, like back in the day when you were waiting for news, you waited for that phone to ring, right? The landline, not the text trill, from your phone or whatever, the sound of a FaceTime calling. So that morning when we were eating breakfast, the rotary phone rang, and we were just so excited, stopped eating. Our grandfather went and picked up the phone. And guys, the phone felt like it was in heaven because it was one of those old box rotary phones, and it was attached to a wall, like in the kitchen, but for us, we were so small. It seemed like the phone was so far away. We couldn't have even reached the phone if we tried. We would have had to get a chair. So Grandpa goes over, he gets the phone. He's like, he doesn't give much away when he's chatting, right? He's like, okay, give me the news. All right, copy, gonna take the kids to school. See you later. So we couldn't tell until he got off the phone. And here's my little brother and I, and our grandfather was kind of tall, my older brother and I, just kind of like looking up, like, what is it? What is it? And then he told us it was a boy and everything was okay and mom was okay. He proceeded to take us to school. I was on cloud nine. I could not wait to go to school. I felt like a celebrity because I knew I had news to break. My teacher knew that, it was imminent that I was going to be having, I'm going to go in with a new brother or sister. It might fit me. I think I got this at the pop-up sale. I don't know. It's just a nice sort of rose-ish. Anyway, I just knew that I was going to be the star of the show at school because I was going to get to go brag that I had a new brother. And that's exactly what I did. I felt like, and my teacher let me feel, man, teachers out there, thank you so much for what you do. My teacher let me just enjoy the moment. She didn't blow it off like, oh, yeah, we got work to do. You know what I mean? It was like, I got to really soak in that day. And I think a lot of it has to do with the fact that I had such an amazing teacher who was just like all about it. She was just all about letting me enjoy the day. So yeah, it was one of the best days of my life. It is what they call a core memory. I think I was 6 going on 7 years old. I was in first grade. That was, by the way, my favorite year of all the years because I learned how to read and I went on to be, and I still kind of am, but not as much, a really, really avid reader. I was one of those kids that was like reading by the hallway light that the parents forgot to kind of go in with my old and faithful Too Faced nude palette. I was the kind of kid that if you left that hallway light on, I had a book under the covers and I was going to squint and read it. And I knew, because adults always said, oh, that's so bad for your eyes. They were right. But it was worth the risk to me. And a lot of that has to do my love for reading from that first grade teacher. I'm telling you, you get the right teacher. It makes all the difference. It makes all the difference. So, yeah, I guess that's it for me. We have a giveaway coming up this week. Summer Glow is the theme. I've got some mail I'm going to unbox. And I did order, I'm going to get some of my Charlotte Tilbury powder down here. I did order the, my lip bar brush. I ordered the Discovery set of the new Charlotte Tilbury fragrances. On April 30th, they launched online. They launched on the app. I think today, starting from today, you can get them in Sephora, at least my Sephora. I called my Sephora. But anyway, I bought the Discovery set. I think it was 25 or 30 bucks, and they're 1.5 milliliters each. That is nothing. That's the sample I get from Shoppers Mart when I get a sample of cologne. So that's nothing. That's going to be like 5 squirts. But I think 5 squirts is honestly going to be enough to tell if, if you want to go in and get a fuller sized one. I'm looking at, there's one like in a blue packaging, aquatic something or other. And then there's supposed to be one of the cosmic ones are supposed to be really good, like earthy, woodsy type of scent. So those are kind of the two that I'm looking at that I would, possibly buy. You can go up, I think it's $30 for the 10 milliliter travel size deluxe, and then the full bottle is 130, something like that. Speaking of, I just got me some cologne. I love it. It's mandarin orange from Guerlain. Oh, got this. Belle Royale made so many of these fragrances, and there's just so many to choose from. I'm so happy with that purchase. But yeah, I think maybe one more application and I gotta go. But I've really enjoyed spending a bit of time with you today at the Glam Station. My time at the Glam Station is so much more fun when I get to hang out with you guys. So wherever you are, whatever you're doing, have a fantastic day. Go out there and slay it. I know that you will. Hold on. Put a little mascara on offline. Not to worry. Not to worry. Yeah, wherever you are, whatever you're doing, have a great day. I will see you in the next video, and it'll be super exciting because we're going to unbox mail and we're going to do a Summer Glow giveaway reveal here on GenX Glam. I'll see you in the next video.